Welcome back.
Here I am.
Let's talk to our people for a minute.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's find out.
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
He sounds so logical.
To be truthful, I didn't even know the crows existed when I joined them. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die. Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
He's so freaking honest. I love that about him.
Become the next mark for some up-and-coming crow? Not likely. The only way to leave is for them to think you're dead. And there is no accounting for love. Thing is, as for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
I wonder what he'd say if a girl asked him, do these pants make my butt look big?
Time, if one plays one's cards right. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
I mean, would he come up with some BS, or would he just say, flat out, yes, they do?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did. I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. I understand you're whiny.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of. I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like
you couldn't have saved him. But I understand.
Yes. I know. I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
I have no idea. With the noble, I was able to say yes.
Yes, I imagine you really have, haven't you? Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Well, I can imagine being a mage, being in the circle. I was pulled away from,
so would he,
the family at a very young age. So I guess that counts. Okay, who's next up? Get these conversations over with. Do them a little at a time.
If you must. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Yeah, I can't imagine the Templars taking her out.
I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'Twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Wow, that's deep.
Me? No, I never did any of the killing, until later. And even then, Flemeth was a glutton for that sort of thing. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum. You do not know? The zealots use that word.
Which is a stupid question since she's a mage.
The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the circle of magi as apostates. And apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be
she
true.
Should be well versed
Still,
with this.
Those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit. An interesting answer for a mage. Enough
you
of
hear
this
my
talk.
phone?
Let us return
Here we
to
go
the task
again.
at hand.
Okay. Did I do everybody? I think so. All right. Oh, is this going to be a long cutscene or something? Okay. I don't mean cutscene, loading screen. Alrighty, now, what next? I want to make sure I have everything I need. I believe I do. We can just go on and get this fight over with and be done with it.
Mother Hannah's amulets have greatly bolstered my men's confidence.
Good.
You couldn't have armed us with any better than our faith in the Maker.
Yeah, let's go.
There's still time before the sun goes down. If you have not yet spoken to Murdoch, or if there is anything you have planned...
Nope. Let's go.
Good luck to you then, and may the Maker watch over us all.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Big battle to save said city. Get this over with. So we can go into the castle. And then go to the Circle of Magi. I think that's how it goes. This really isn't a hard fight.
Know that we fight for the Maker and our...
You just need to be careful about letting too many mobs get on you at once. Which is why I'm going to try to pull these down. Instead of, like, charging up there.
As you like.
There we go.
On it.
No quarter! Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Now, one thing that I noticed, and I mentioned this before, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on it during this fight. Suppose you'll have a tactic set up to defend the warden. So I want to know if he's, you know, going to be defending Synnistry. Inquiring minds want to know. and I'm trying to be more tactical. One thing that I want to prepare myself for is, well, Dragon Age 2, and I'm thinking about later on. I just finished playing the game. The Witcher 2 will be one of those games where I'll see how I progress in that, and then see if I want to go back and play it on a harder difficulty, because I played it on normal. And I'm pleased with normal because I think that's the standard. But one of the things that DA2 did was they made the combat easier, which I have no problem with, but it was very easy to run in, put yourself in a stupid situation, pop a potion, and continue on about your day. And that's sloppy habits when it comes to many games where it will require some tactical thinking. I mean, I keep hearing complaints about how hard The Witcher 2 is, in the fact that it's not forgiving. And
Victory shall be mine!
And I'm beginning to think that it's actually what normal mode should be, and games like DA2 were really on easy mode, where you know, you really could pop a and definitely some of the fights were challenging, like when you went into the deep roads, the boss fight. But for your regular fights, the majority of them were pretty easy. Which made it easier for me. Which blows my mind when, you know, I see playthroughs of people who have even more add-ons and mods to make it easier. Like, yeah, see, I'm
No mercy.
you know, like 1 second cooldowns. What's the point of even playing? Everything you can, it blows my mind. I understand that not everybody likes to be challenged, and not everybody is strong enough to live up to a challenge. They just buckle, and they try to find the easy way out. That's what makes, you know, people different. Diversity in not only their culture and their looks, but, you know, their personality traits. But I'd sort of tend to, the people that are successful in life are the ones that are able to look a challenge in the face and overcome it. Not the one that looks a challenge in the face and tries to cheat their way through, because eventually that will only get you so far. And the ones that are stronger, that are able to, you know, successfully resolve problems with critical thinking or, you know, strategies or tactics, are the ones that will have the success in the end.
Now we play a little.
Should be able to have fun with it, I suppose.
As you wish.
I have to be in the mode of crowd control. That's what I need to think about it now, is crowd control. I have a very complex with WoW. The truth of the matter is that I want to play a druid blood elf. That's what I want, and I can't. Oh, and I can't think of anything of a blood elf that I really want to play that doesn't end up always getting nerfed like hunters. Hunters used to be so much fun. Maybe that's what I do. I just don't want to play. I like playing hybrid classes. Paladins have no pull, and it's all straight melee, so I don't like that. I love the druid class. I just don't want to be a troll or a cow. I was a cow. Oh, God, I hated that. I'll be right back.